good, guys. Sorry for the delay, but we are back once again with the second stream game of the Local Battles tournament here at Local Legends tournament at Local Battles at Fort Lee, New Jersey. Once again, I'm Ryan Massa, joined on the desk by Jigwa for this next game. Cup of Clorox versus Sofa King. Awesome. Cup of Clorox on the blue side, Sofa King on the red. Master Yi Ban coming out here. Probably a bit more of a targeted one. We don't know. We haven't seen much of him recently, but Hecarim and Malzahar definitely more standard bans as far as meta is concerned.
I didn't know you guys got Cowsep over there. Damn. That would be, I would love to see a Yi. I haven't seen one in ages.
Yeah, we don't see him very often. He's very high risk, high reward, but if that does get rolling, it does work pretty well. We'll see how it goes along. In the meantime, though, with the Fiora ban coming out here from Sofa King, awesome. Kind of not necessarily one you see very often, usually targeted more towards those top laners who are known to play it. But in the meantime, definitely a thing they don't want to deal with, especially if you were watching the last game. That Fiora got pretty out of hand after a certain point.
I know I told you this offline, but I'm definitely rooting for them to bring in a Kled. I want to see it. I want someone to play it. And Kled Sivir, you just have a huge amount in duration of how long that movement speed could last. Because I'm pretty sure you don't get the stacking bonus, but it's still incredible.
Yeah, it's a lot of gotta go fast coming out of those two. That being said, we'll see if we see a Kled coming through. You know, it is the new patch. He is new. We'll see if he makes an appearance here today. But in the meantime, Nidalee picked up for probably the jungler, probably for Dragonmin Kim in that jungle for Cup of Clorox. We'll see if that one comes out, moves around. Maybe it could be a mid lane or a top lane as well. She's seen play pretty much everywhere, actually.
Wow, bold. It looks like they're going to pick out their bot lane right here. A bit of a troll hover from Lashrow. But I think it's going to be that Sivir Karma lane. That's a ton of movement speed already, just team-wide, because the Sivir can ult, and then the Karma ulted shield gives a team-wide boost, as everyone knows. But this team's going to be in your face. So what I'm going to want to see coming out from Clorox is a disengage comp, something that prevents that lets that movement speed slow down, and after they've already come in view, you could then re-engage that team fight.
Yeah, it's pretty strong. Sivir Karma, definitely one of the stronger bot lanes coming out of the last season, but that's going to be an Echo and a Rumble picked up as well. Probably we've seen a lot of Echo coming and going in the mid lane as well as the top lane, but from this composition looks to be probably a mid lane Echo with a top lane Rumble. But who knows? We saw Rumble in the jungle last game. He could definitely go anywhere. But a Kennen and a Darius pick up instantly for Sofa King. Awesome. There's two champions I did not expect to see today.
Yeah, that engage comp is so strong right now. Both Kennen and Darius love sitting on top of you and hitting you in the face. They haven't built disengage. Their really only choice here is a Janna, or maybe they could do some sort of off-meta Anivia who maxes wall first. I really don't know. But something needs to stop this team from running in, or else they're just going to roll over this team.
Yeah, definitely something to pay attention to as we move on. That being said, waiting on the last pick here from Cup of Clorox. Definitely going to see definitely a Thresh coming in. Maybe that Wife Steal lane in the bot lane.
Yeah, if they're able to get a lot of damage onto this Karma early, they're going to probably win that lane, but definitely I see them being almost a hindrance in terms of team fights, as that Lucian's going to have a lot of damage on him and a lot of zoning potential, but not a lot of poke.
Yeah, it's not a lot of poke, but that being said, if you've got some doubts as to how you play your team comp, press R and run at them. Tends to be a pretty good strategy. But let's go through it one more time for you guys coming in. Cup of Clorox on the blue team, Tom Tesla on the Echo in the top lane, Dragonmin Kim on the Nidalee in the jungle, and Mercury with a bit of a strange Rumble in the mid lane. Sayonara on Lucian and Woods on Thresh making up their bot lane. For Sofa King also, we've got Lashrow on Darius in the top lane, God Hand on Nautilus in the jungle, Pastafarian on Kennen in the mid lane, and Dr. Epper and Arkev in the bot lane on Sivir Karma. That being said, we are heading into that 3-minute spectator lane. It's going to take just 1 second to get you guys on the rift, but we will join you in a few moments for the second game here at Local Legends. All right, folks, we are back once again with the local battle. Second game of the stream. This is going to be Cup of Clorox versus Sofa King Awesome as we head on to the Rift with a pretty heavy start here on the bot side from Cup of Clorox as well. Hook comes out, lands on Archive. There comes the flash out as well. Not going to be able to land anything else just yet. Do manage to get the Thunderlord's proc. They do stand on everything else, but that's going to be about it.
It's not the worst thing that could happen just because it's so early in the game. By the time that junglers are going to be able to properly gank or capitalize on that, the flash is going to be up. If it was something like maybe the mid lane or the top lane, I could see it happening, but I just don't see it being worth.
All right, that being said, pretty standard starts here from both sides. That's going to be Mercury and Pastafari. So the Rumble in the mid lane, actually. Forget what I said about standard. This is a little weird.
It could be weirder, but yes, I definitely see what you mean. It follows the same vein as having a Gangplank mid lane. It's usually it gives them the ability to go all in on damage. This Rumble doesn't have to worry about building any tank stats because, like all mid laners, he's just going to be incredibly squishy and just let that happen. What that does mean is that for the squishy members on the other side, they're going to have to watch out. This Rumble's going to do a lot of damage and very quickly.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes through in just a little bit as we move along. Bit of harass in the bot lane. Wood's going to manage a fantastic two-man play. Thunderlords comes out, and that trade is severely won in favor of Clorox. Tomtown's going to take a turret shot and has to back away, but Lashro also dropping very low, forced to burn the Corrupting Potion pretty quickly to get those that health bar back up.
Yeah, that's going to be a lot of trouble for this Darius in the top lane to have already burned his flash, to have already gone so low. You don't want to take so much poke so early. If the Echo, plays back, allows him to push in, and consistently hits his poke, he's going to go in, though.
Oh, yep. Tom Tulsa gets the shield in the top lane. Lashro does manage to outstand it in the meantime. Uh-oh. That comes burning. First blood for Tesla, played in right in the back off the deck of that phase dive. But here comes Godhand in the top lane as well, chasing. But Dragon Min Kim is there to support as well. And they do manage to push him back under the tower and get Echo out of there.
That was... Oh, look at that hook.
There's the hook coming right in. Ignite comes in over there, but Sayonara picks up the kill into Archive. That's going to be 2 kills across the map for Cup of Clorox in the early game. Dragonman Kim going to deny the red buff away from Godhand as well off the back of the pressure in the top lane.
That was really pretty. I really enjoyed that play. Both from Tomastella in the top lane and this bot lane duo. Tomastella was able to position himself that his Q came back over the Darius, hitting the second proc, giving him the execute damage. I really like that play, along with the Thresh in the bot lane. That was a well-timed hook. It was, I think, max range. So a lot of good plays, and that's what they're going to need coming out over the course of this game in order to keep it even, in order to get ahead. They need to put these lanes down, and the absolute counter to having a bunch of people engage on you is making it where if they engage on you, they will die.
That is a pretty good counter to engage, yeah, just make it so they can't do anything.
Gang set up in the mid lane. And a 7 or 8 CS advantage right now for this Rumble in the top lane. He's pushing that lane in the mid lane. Wow, so used to saying Rumble in the top lane. But we're gonna have an engage. Oh, I think this is Darius going down.
Oh yeah, there comes the phase convergence right up there. Tesla doesn't manage to get the stun, and Lashro does actually manage to walk away. Parallel convergence a bit short.
He hits that convergence, that Darius is dead.
Woods looking to try to get something going here. Hook doesn't land on Upper, and the spell sheet comes out a little late. So, spell's kind of blown on both sides, but in the meantime, nothing stupendously interesting happening. But, oh, Sayonara with a massively aggressive move there. Woods doesn't manage to get the flay on anybody. Thunderlord's proccing left, right, and center, but Lashro taking a chunk of damage. The heal comes in. Convergence isn't going to land, but he has nowhere to run. Tesla's going to chase him down. Time Warrior comes through. One more attack to do it, and there's the phase dive to finish off the kill. Tesla with another solo kill in the top lane. 2-0 on this Darius, and double his farm almost at this point.
Yeah, that Darius is going to be hurting. We're going to have an engage on the bot lane.
Here he comes through. Dr. Upper going to fall under the turret. It's going to be Sayonara taking the tower as the minion wave approaches. Dragonman Kim coming in with support as well. 4 kills quick for a couple Clorox at the very early stages of the game. Last Red forced to teleport back to the top lane, and Tesla laying on the harass as always, keeping that up.
Tesla has already hit 6, so he's able to tower dive now pretty easily without worrying too much. And he can use that ultimate to reset the aggro on the tower if he really wants to. He's going back to base, and he's going to be spending about 1.1k gold, upgrading that, getting that Sheen. They're going to have Mountain Drake, and it's a 3k gold lead 7 minutes into the game. You cannot underestimate how powerful that makes this team.
Yeah, very true. It's going to be a Mountain Drake picked up pretty quickly here for couple Clorox. Cloud Drake going to be the next one to spawn in about 6 minutes. They're going to back up, take the Mountain Drake. That's going to make their objective taking power even scarier.
And the only lane that really hasn't been impacted is this mid lane, and yet this Rumble is 15 CS up, and that's absolutely huge. That means that every lane is either winning or ahead, and it's going to spell very bad news for this team.
Indeed. More damage onto Lasher. Here comes the flash for the kill. Tesla 3-0 in that top lane. He is just having a field day with this Darius, who just can't really keep up right now. He's already 3 kills behind. That's going to be a pretty difficult feat to beat if he can even keep up.
Yeah, I don't think this Darius is going to be able to keep up for the rest of the game. I think he has to immediately start building MR, trying to get somewhere, trying to be able to survive in this lane. The Echo's going to be free to push. It does look like they miss a hook.
Yeah, here comes the Equalizer going to land. Archive going to take a chunk of damage, and Dr. Epper as well taking a bunch. Mercury in the front. Ignite comes out, and the Hyper. There it is. There is the danger zone coming through. Damage aplenty. It's going to be a double kill in the dive for the bot lane. Tesla going to fight Lasher once more, though. Does get the blade portion for the heal back, so Lasher is going to get a little bit more HP, but is stuck away from his outer tower. He's going to have a hard time farming or getting any gold with that kind of zone.
Yeah, the Darius still has not hit level 6 because he's been zoned so much. He's going to have some help, though. Let's see how much it does help.
Yeah, here it comes, though. Shutdown, though, onto Tom Tesla. Here comes Godhand with the gank to give Lasher some much-needed support.
And much needed time under turret with some minions, getting him 6 now officially. Unfortunately, the Echo is 2/3 of the way there towards that Triforce, and is going to be unstoppable the second he gets that.
Yeah, it's not going to be great for anybody right now. Honestly, you're coming up on the 10-minute mark, and we already have a close to pretty much dead on 5,000 gold lead here. 7 kills to 1. For a couple of Clorox, and they are just no signs of stopping. Take the tower, swap the bot lane up to the top lane, and it looks like Sayonara and Woods intend to make the top lane turret their next objective to break as we move forward.
Thresh is pinging out the Nautilus, taking his red buff, but he's kind of in the jungle alone. Let's see if they're going to actually... here might be the execute.
Here it comes. Lashro gonna dodge the spear. Dragon and Kim has one more thing. Here comes the upper hand. One more attack will do it, but the execute comes through. Literally gonna take a bunch of tower shots on the way out, but that's gonna be it. And the top tower going to fall as well. 2 quick towers and a kill in succession here for Cup of Clorox as they crack the map wide open. The only other tower left for Sofa King Awesome is that mid lane.
Bit of a misplay there as the Lucian had to burn heal because he took too many tower shots, but when you're so far ahead, misplays don't really mean much.
Yeah, definitely still really hard to keep that going, but we'll see how it moves on in the meantime.
They're setting up for a dive mid, but don't know that they're sitting on a ward.
Yeah, they did get to see that one, so Sofikin going to back away. Pastafarian has to play it pretty safe underneath this tower. That being said, they do have the setup for a really good engage. Minion hook comes out on the death sentence, and that's not going to be much landed here for a couple Clorox. The unfortunate problem being is that right now, King Awesome's entire plan was engage. Uh-oh, here comes Flash Rip. Convergence comes out, flayed back into it, does manage to dodge the stun, but gets the heal as well. But doesn't, and gets the kill on Woods, though. A 1-for-1 trade, but with the assist coming through. A little bit more gold for Clorox, but that was pretty well played by Lastro. Manages to get them both into the tower range and keep that one an even trade for himself there. But here comes Godhand, comes in. The hook lands onto Mercury. A lot of damage coming in. Parallel Convergence lands, and the Equalizer comes out as well. Godhand's going to drop in the back line. Dogtrapper taking a ton of damage. Pastafarian's got the lightning field to come through, but it's not quite enough. They do trade. They don't actually trade. Nobody drops here on the sides of Cup of Clorox, and that's a 3-4-0. 4-for-0 counting Lastro's death, and Cup of Clorox pick themselves up another quick series of kills.
Yeah, the only misplay there was Woods. I don't think he needed to be in tower range. He sat there, he popped the box. It was clear that they were going to get the kill, and he almost hindered the Echo because he was the one that got tagged by the outer edge of that Q from Darius. So, again, there's room to capitalize on some of these errors that Clorox has been committing. But when you're so far ahead, you're 9k gold ahead, you need to be committing and getting punished multiple errors in multiple fights, and I just don't see that happening. Cloud Drake spawning. This is going to just help this team move around the map more. They did tweak the numbers a bit, so it feels a bit better to take this Cloud Drake, but they're just picking it up because it's there. I believe they saw that 3 were heading top lane. Don't know why he went in it. They should have walked over that pink ward. But it does look like Darius is going down again.
Kill. Meanwhile, Sayonara pushing in the bot lane, manages to take the tier 2 and turret as Cup of Clorox pushes in as well and manages to keep this one going. Godhand and Arca forces retreat as they lose another tower. 5 towers to 0, 3:15 minutes, and this is a dominating performance by Cup of Clorox right now.
Yeah, Woods slowly tilting me on the desk right now. Missed everything in that last fight. I haven't seen him hit a hook since that very first hook that I gave him credit for, so I'd like to see a bit more. Maybe Thresh is just not his champion.
Maybe not. Maybe he's not having such a great time on it, but we'll let it see how it goes. Sayonara pushing in up towards that mid lane turret. Parallel Convergence comes in, going to be able to catch a lot of people. That's going to be a one-man stun onto Godhand, but Pennon's back in with a slicing maelstrom. Manages to pick up Tesla in the backline. Godhand taking a lot of damage in the front. Sayonara going to take a little bit and drop, but that's going to be a 1-for-1 trade. Sorry, not 1-for-2. Dragging in Kim with the execution on the Pastafarian steps a bit too far and pays for it with his life.
Yeah, I think a bit too far summed up that last sequence of events pretty well. You had Thomas Stella just go in thinking that he could get 2 or 3. Sivir spell shielded the stun and was able to walk out of that. Meanwhile, he's left under turret without ult and just goes down pretty freely.
Yeah, that being said, right now coming up on the 16-minute mark, 15 kills to 3. Couple Clorox have picked up a kill per minute this game, and it has not been pretty for King Awesome. Right now, a close to 12,000 gold lead at the 15-minute mark. That is an insane lead that Clorox has gotten for themselves.
Yeah, I don't remember the last time I have seen a mid laner pick up 2 Mejais, but if he can get that stacking,
well,
yeah, they're just having fun now.
Let's be fair, I don't think I've seen so many Mejais in the game. There's 4 of them right now. Echo, Dragon Nim, and Mercury all have Mejais, and Mercury actually has 2. So he's carrying enough Mejais for his team, really, at this point. That's going to be the last outer turret down for Clorox, and they are just rampaging through Sofa King Awesome in what could pretty well be termed a slaughter.
Yeah, I mean, with this amount of kills, it would be, but I want to see... I think... see, this is hard for me because I like this team comp so much with the Pastafarian on this Kennen, with the Sivir, with the Darius. I think it was just a really well thought out comp. I just don't think that it was executed well. And I'm interested to see if maybe they went back, maybe Darius doesn't get solo killed 3 times in the first 7 minutes, how much of a different game this would be.
Yeah, it's a great team comp, it's just not being piloted to its maximum effectiveness right now. Clorox is just outperforming them individually across the map and have snowballed that advantage so well for themselves right now. Only deaths on Tom Tesla, who is kind of overextended a little bit more than he needs to, honestly. Oh, caught on the woods, though. There comes the prison coming right through. Equalizer going to separate the fight. Pastafarian comes in with a slicing maelstrom. That's going to be Dragon and Kim dropping down as well. Mercury going to get caught. In the meantime, that Noxian Guillotine is doing a lot of work. One more comes through, but it's not enough to get the kill. But that's going to be a shutdown. 3 kills comes in for Sofa King Awesome right as we almost wrote them out of the book. That's it. There it is, guys. Caster's Curse. Never declare anything.
And the problem with that fight is we watch Sivir get executed.
Ooh, oh boy. Well, Tesla picks one up in a style points 1v4. Nope, picks up 2, you're right. 1v5, picks it up and gets the style kill for them. But Tesla's here as well. Might have overreached a little bit much. The Ignite comes in, Shield's coming out as well. He's going to phase dive away and does manage to make it out. Oh boy, Tesla, come on, man. All right, that being said, 1v2 style, 1-for-2 style kill. He doesn't get dropped, but that's going to be a double kill picked up for him. Going to stop anything Sofa King Awesome can do at the moment with that advantage they just had.
That is the moment that every laner knows they messed up. When your team has 4 of them surrounding the other person in the base, and he gets away, that is a really fed Echo, and I would be terrified to come against it. I think that the reason Clorox lost that fight was because they did not have that damage. And it was in fact a 4v5 with a couple members off. The ults didn't really hit, and the Thresh got caught out at the beginning of the fight. But to still do so much damage and then really not lose anything, they picked up an inhib turret at the end. The dragon just spawned. They're still in the driver's seat.
Absolutely, and in fact, Mercury, so far in the driver's seat, he has 3 books. Jai's Soul Stealer, 3 of them now for Mercury. He's got 1 for the entire rest of his team that doesn't have 1 at the moment. Hook lands on the Lashro, though. Play comes in as well, and Lashro's going to drop real quick. Execution from Dragon Min Kim comes right through, and that's going to be a lot of damage coming in. As it is, they move on to the bottom lane inhibitor. That one's going to drop real quick. Mountain Inferno coming through. Tesla just dueling God Hand underneath the tower. No sweat, no sweat.
Yeah, with Mercury.
Hook lands! And there it is. God
yeah, we have Mercury the Librarian at the end of this. He's collecting that book. I think they're all just having fun, waiting for this game to close out, which it should in a couple minutes. Up almost 20k. That is ridiculous.
Switch it. Oh. Yeah, but they do choose to back up out of the base so far. Does manage to get themselves some advantages. Double inhibitors down, which means they have pretty strong pressure on the Baron if they choose to go for it. In the meantime, taking away Sofa King's jungle, leaving them nothing to have as they back away, draining the resources they could potentially seek to get, but don't have any more. And there it is. There's the Baron call coming in from Clorox, coming right through it. That thing is dropping so quickly, already down to half.
And they just have all the damage. The only hope they have is if they could get a miracle steal, which I doubt it.
Yep. Arkev drops. Tom Tesla in the background. Lastrow's in the middle of the team. Guns drop as well. Chrono Break comes through and he phase dives over the wall. Equalizer land on the Pacifarian and Dr. Emperor. They take a ton of damage. There comes Mercury with the damage coming through. Sayonara over the wall as well. And that's going to be a pretty quick triple kill coming in for Clorox. Back away to spend a whole bunch of gold. And please don't buy another Magi's. Oh my lord, he bought another one. Mercury has 4 Magi's.
For those wondering at home, Echo's Magi has 20 pages, the Nidalee's has 10, and each one of the Rumbles has 8.
Yeah, so Rumble is reading a lot of very small picture books, but still has more pages than Echo, I guess, if you want to compare it that way, I guess. I've never actually had to see this.
And I don't even know how those stack or... yeah, he's just lucky he's ahead.
Yeah, I don't know how those stack. I don't know how those interact with each other. I think you just get... honestly, I don't even want to say. I don't know. Oh, the hook lands on the Pacifarian and he goes down. Woods obviously heard us talking about his hooks earlier and has decided that every single one of them needs to be on point now.
You know, if every single one of them was on point at the beginning of the game,
Lord.
then this game would have been over a while ago, but that's just a bit PM coming over.
Well, there goes Tesla going to evaporate Dr. Effer real quick. Godhand caught underneath the tower, and that's not even safe for him. Tesla manages to pick it up once more, and that's going to be pretty easy kills picked up. Oh, maybe not. Woods gets pulled into the Nexus turret, and that's going to be a quick cheese kill for Lastro to pad those numbers. Teleporting back into a war. Dragonman Kim going to fall as well, but that's going to be the Nexus dropping. Clorox with a commanding victory just under the 23-minute mark. And what is that? That's different. Well, we're going to hit okay and move on.
Well, I think we all saw the result of that one, but we'll just pretend it didn't happen for them.
We're going to let that one go in just a little bit. In the meantime, we're going to go to a break. We'll come back with the next game in just a little bit, and we'll see you guys in just a few.